Hi, and welcome to Cooking at Home with iCook After School, and I'm Chef Neve. Before I tell you the exciting recipe that we're going to make today, everyone remembers the first thing that we do before we enter the kitchen and before we work with food is wash our hands. So as always, I'm going to use soap and warm water and wash our hands for at least 20 seconds. To remove all that bacteria and germs when we're working with food. So we are making a yummy thing called chocolate berry mud. So does anyone have any favorite superheroes? Superheroes, they might have special powers like being really strong, having super extra good eyesight, or being really fast. And you know why they have those superpowers? Because they eat superfoods. So in our recipe today, we're going to be using a lot of superfoods. These superfoods have things that are really, really good for you, that will make you strong, make you have that good eyesight, make you run really fast. And the ones in particular that we are using today are things like, anyone know what this is? It's an avocado. So that is a superfood, really, really good for you. We have something called spinach. Also is like really full of iron, really makes your muscles really strong too. We also have some berries, which are especially, we have blueberries, blackberries, they are all superfoods, really high in something called, it's an antioxidant. So really it's just gonna make you really strong, help you from not getting sick, so we can fight off all that bacteria inside us. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add half an avocado. And we're gonna put everything into this jug so we can blend it all up in our NutriBullet. So to scoop an avocado out, you can just use a spoon and just scoop it all the way, get in underneath the skin, and we can get everything out just like that. And what I already did was I took out the thing called a pit. So it's like that big rock in the inside, and you might need an adult or someone at home to help you take that out. So the next thing we're going to add, our recipe says 1 cup of spinach. But sometimes in recipes, it's not that important about the measurements. For example, I really like spinach. I know it's one of those really good superfoods. So I'm going to put in a cup of spinach, like so, into our blender. But you know what? I'm going to add a little extra, so I can get all those extra good nutrients and vitamins into my body. But can you think of any ingredients that it is really important to use a correct measurement for? So it might be things like baking soda or baking powder, even things like I'm about to use vanilla. So that has a strong flavor, so we don't want to put in a cup of vanilla. We want to kind of stick to the exact measurement. So let's do vanilla next. So my recipe calls for 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. Next thing we're going to add is some cocoa powder. Okay, so this requires 4 tablespoons or 1/4 cup. So 4 tablespoons equals 1/4 cup. So remember to keep it level, so I like to just shake it off a little bit. Now, the next thing I'm going to add is 1 full banana. I already have it peeled and ready to go. This is to make our chocolate berry mud extra sweet. Can you think of anything else you could add instead of a banana to make it sweet? So if you didn't have a banana at home, or if a banana wasn't your favorite fruit, what else could you add to make it sweet? You could add honey. It's an excellent thing to add. Could add anything that would make it that extra little sweet, but honey and banana are really, really good. So we're gonna add banana today. 2 more things to go. We're gonna add a cup of frozen berries. So same thing with the spinach, it's okay if it's not an exact measurement. So I'm just gonna add 1 cup of frozen mixed berries. So there's strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, any kind of berry you can think of. It's all in there. And next we're gonna add 4 or 5 cubes of ice, which are gonna make it that nice texture. So it's gonna make it a little bit thicker. And lastly, just so everything can get mixed up together, we're gonna add a little bit of water. So we have half a cup of water here, and you can add a little bit more or less as you blend it, just depending on how it goes. We're gonna blend that up, and then afterwards, if we need a little bit more liquid, we can add it. Okay, and now we're ready to blend. And remember, if you're at home and you like to do the blender dance, now's the time. That means if the blender is going, you gotta show me your best dance moves, and when it stops, you gotta freeze and be as still as you can. Perfect, and now we're ready to go. And we have a nice consistency, and I'm gonna pour it in our bowl. And if you wanted, you can also put this in just a regular glass, whatever you have at home. I like to put it in a bowl so then I can add some extra toppings on top. So I'm gonna add some extra berries on top. Whatever you might have, maybe you wanna add some nuts, or we have some cacao nibs, anything at all you have. Maybe you like coconut flakes, whatever it is, you can add them on top. And don't forget, for our mindful taste test, can anyone remember the 5 sentences that we like to do with our taste test? We're going to look at it, see what it looks like. We're going to maybe have a smell. We're going to taste it. Do we hear anything? And also, don't forget the texture, what it feels like in your mouth. Okay, enjoy. Also, we have a really fun superheroes activity over on our webpage that you can complete after you've done the recipe.